Hi, my name is Julie Roca, and I am a Senior Solutions Specialist with Next Step Senior Solutions. And you have joined us today at the Right Door podcast. With so many senior living and care options out there today, it's not easy to know where to begin. We do. Here in Next Step Senior Solutions, we want to be with you every step of the way.
Thank you, Julie. Welcome to episode 3. That's especially for our sandwich generation. My name is Sira. I'm the founder and creator of Boat's Memory Method, where we are changing the lives of persons living with dementia every day. And we are here to serve you today with some insights and hopefully some solutions.
Yes. And we are still talking about that sandwich generation and how dementia and aging kind of affects them. So you have the memory bouquet method that I absolutely love. We discussed it in our last episode. And so today we kind of want to look at one specific flower, and that's the lily.
That's right, Julie. And I brought my tools in with me today. So I do a lot of caregiver family training around senior living communities across the state of Florida right now. And this is a very handy tool. And we touched on it in our last episode a little bit on the reasoning behind having a flower as a roadmap for decision making and how we arrive at the flower through cognitive analysis that I've developed for our therapy team and the therapists, the consultant team that work with me, and how important it is to understand how to support your person as they move through the different stages living with dementia.
Yes. Yeah. One of the things that I love about the lily on your website, you mention it as being one of those flowers that is hiding in plain sight. And so I was intrigued by that. You know, a lot of the canna lilies and the calla lilies and the peace lilies, you can really see how they are hiding in plain sight. Explain that a little bit more.
Yes. So, when we educate and explain and help our caregivers and our sandwich generation understand how to meet their person where they at, I chose the flowers to represent each of those different phases. So the entry level to cognitive decline is what we call early cognitive decline, or the more professional term is mild cognitive impairment. However, with the analysis and assessment approach that we use as dementia consultants, I try to focus just on neurocognitive decline, and I try to really highlight what is our brain's status right now? What's our strengths and what's our deficits?
Yeah.
And yes, our lilies hide in plain sight because so many times they still have so many strengths that they can tap into, that they can really fool us with their beauty and their luster and their smell, and they look beautiful and pristine. And we walk past them and see the beauty, appreciate the beauty, not quite understanding the type of assistance that our lily may need to flourish.
Yes, and they have very strong coping skills at this level.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And it's very easy to walk past our lily or a person living with early onset cognitive decline and to say, oh, they're doing fine. And we're not going to mess with that right now. So, and I'm a strong advocate for implementing early strategies, make it a safe space for anybody who has some early memory deficits, early confusion, some little red flags that you're seeing with mom and dad. They're still driving, they're taking care of their finances great, they can do some high-level activities very well, but you see that consistent, and that's actually, me and you talked about this.
Yes.
What do you see in your population, and you talked about?
Yes. So I have I have some great friends that have early onset dementia, and they have lived very normal lives. And then all of a sudden, one day, maybe they got in the car and they were driving from home from work, which they've done thousands of times. And all of a sudden, they don't remember where they are. They
Right.
don't know how to get home. I've had a friend that was sitting in a doctor's office, filling out a form, just a very basic form about her and her medical background, and she blanked. She couldn't even spell the word cat on there.
Right.
And so those are those people that you would never even guess, right? And there they are, and they're already starting to struggle a little bit
Right,
cognitively.
right. And so, there's two things. There are some questions that came up with our audience is, now, how do I know the difference between age-related memory loss that's
Yes.
normal versus real cognitive decline that's early signs of dementia? And so it's important to understand that that is very closely associated. And
Yes.
sometimes it is difficult to tease out what is just normal age related and when is it a true mild
Right.
cognitive decline. But at the same time, not to hesitate to explore what is the underlying cause. So let's rule out, is there vitamin D sufficiency?
Right.
Is there depression or untreated depression and anxiety? Maybe a loved one's has passed away. Maybe we have moved from a home that we've lived in for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Maybe we've experienced a health issue. We've had COVID and now we are really struggling.
Right.
Or we've had a UTI. Or I've been in the hospital and I've had
Right.
anesthesia. So we're talking about the difference of a short-term exacerbation of memory loss and confusion that resolve when my situation stabilize and I return to normal
Right.
versus,
And in which case, we always recommend going to your primary care physician
yes,
if you have concerns to see if maybe you just do have that vitamin deficiency, or it's something simple and you need some time, or you need a vitamin.
get
So,
those basic tests done.
yes.
Get
Yeah.
your blood work checked out. Let's rule out
Right.
some disease processes that may be exacerbating your memory and
Yeah.
your health. And
So,
once that's ruled out and you're still experiencing the memory and the confusion, let's get some cognitive testing done
yes.
to see where you're at.
So, kind of, what are some things that you can look for that your Lily is going to have?
So you are going to see consistent short-term memory deficits that shows up on a regular basis. It's not, I forgot a few people's names or the name of a place, and then I remember the next day, or I remember
Right.
tonight, and then that may not happen for a while. It is consistent, a consistent evidence of that red flag of the memory where someone is unable to retain new information. However, our person, if they're emotionally invested in something, they can retain information. Or if it's important enough to them and they repeat it enough, they can make new memories.
Yes.
And that is the hope within the Lily. And with the right sleep and with the right social engagement and with the right
Yes.
support and with strategies such as, let's get them a GPS, let's use a calendar to keep them on track, let's give them a memory book to write down the important informations. We can keep our Lily blooming for so much longer.
Yes, we can. So the early diagnosis is important, but then figuring out how we can help our loved ones to build some of these solutions into their everyday lives and help them to build new coping skills.
Exactly. And if we know that we can help our Lily age in place with some of those strategies in their daily routine, then we're empowering, not only empowering our person living with mild cognitive decline, but we're also empowering our caregivers because they suddenly have a better understanding of what needs to happen to maintain that independence. And I love talking about meaningful engagement, because if we're meaningfully engaged, then we have hope then
Yes.
we have purpose. And
Yes.
that is what we strive for at the Boats Memory Method, is identifying the barriers that your person may have in order to be meaningfully engaged, which will allow them to age in place.
That's wonderful. And I'm very excited about our next episode because I think we're going to talk about some options for that lily that can help them to stay independent even longer.
That's right, Julie. And we hope that this was the right door for you today.
I hope so.
I'm excited for the next episode.
Yes, so we would love it if you would like this post and share it. And if you have any other questions for us, you can reach us at our websites that are listed on the screen behind us. We would love to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Have a great day, everyone.